Hey everyone. So today I am just doing another part of the Disney Channel run I did like about a year ago, like 1 or 2 years ago. But today I want to go ahead and give you a little history of what the old Disney Channel used to be. Okay? Of what the old Disney Channel used to be. All right. So I went ahead and dug up anything I can get on the old Disney Channel that we have had for years now. And to commemorate, I wanted to give a I wanted to make sure I did this right. So we will begin. So so the old Disney Channel was and always will be the greatest piece of history. Now, I have found a history of this, and there is some pretty good history about this. It's pretty interesting if you think about it. So, the first show that was ever to come on this on this network was Good Morning Mickey and other shows like Welcome to Pooh Corner, You and Me Kid, uh, other other stuff like that. Good Morning Mickey was one of them, and then like six other shows that I cannot even remember. But even though I wasn't there at that time, but I can still enjoy them. I can I can still go back and watch them because I have never seen them before and I want to check them out. But I didn't check them out now, but I'm just doing it just because why not? But there was a multiple of other shows that came on during the 80s and 90s, and it was a good time. I I never would have guessed that they would I never would have guessed that they would bring out such fantastic shows that that it makes you wonder why they did this. It makes you wonder why they chose the route of where we are now. that's basically that's basically kind of weird, to be honest. I really had no idea these shows existed, and I really had no idea that these were kind of the first actual shows to ever come on. So I never heard of these before, so I why not? Um, but during like the 80s and 90s, late 80s and early 80s, early 90s, late 90s, and late 80s. We had a multitude of good shows that we got throughout throughout the time that Disney Channel was going on for. But there was not just that. It was not just that. It was not just the old shows that we got back in the day, and that was not all of it. We have gotten some good original series, but but we had a lot of good series up until the early 2000s, and it was great. And we had some really good original series. The other shows that were original, which was great, and that was good. And I never thought we would get to this point, and then We had Toon Disney, which is pretty much an old show, which is pretty much an old sister channel that they had back in the day, where they had a bunch of other shows coming on with it. For example, Timon and Pumbaa, Teacher's Pet, Lloyd in Space, Disney's House of Mouse. I used to remember that show. Great show, by the way. That was a good show back in the day. well, I watched it on YouTube. Like I used to watch it on YouTube. But it was good. It was good. It was a good show. I liked it. I really did. But it was good for its time, and I I never thought it would come to this. It makes me wonder why they didn't continue this part of this thing. It makes me wonder why they didn't continue Toon Disney or any of the other shows that they just had that were basically original and interesting and very much entertaining for every one of us. I never understood why. Cause now, cause now it seems like they just don't even. It just seems like the network is not even trying anymore. That's basically my take on it, and I don't understand why they changed to that format. It's really weird, but kind of interesting at the same time when you look at it, cause they did have all these shows back in the day. There's no doubt about it. These shows were very good for their time, and they're still good now. Many other people that I've heard of through websites or through people in general had had remembered all these shows, these great original shows where where it was just a good era for television and everything in general. So, to conclude this rant and to conclude the salute on, to conclude the and to conclude the great thing that was the old Disney Channel, I I think it is one of the most prized things that Disney has ever done in any of their history along the course of along the course of time. And to think and to think we had came so far about it, it just it just gives me like a weird sense of feeling like why couldn't they continue this? Why couldn't they just bring back all of these shows for the modern generation to enjoy? That's like that's the this is the greatest part of having a TV show network is that you can rewatch all these old shows that most of the network does not air anymore, but you can watch them on DVDs or any other media thing that we have nowadays. And and to commemorate all these great shows and to all the people who have created each and every one of them, I would like to say thank you for making a great show. There's no doubt about it. I I think it was a great accomplishment of what they did. And they made it great and they made it great back then, which is wonderful to see. Wonderful to see. That is wonderful. So has got to be that has got to be one of the greatest things that Disney Channel has ever lived on. All right, and you know, maybe we can get back on all of these shows. We'll never know. We'll never know. We'll get back any of these shows. We'll never know for sure. We'll never know if time decides if if the network or the company decides to bring these shows back, then so be it. If they don't, then Disney Channel will be doomed forever with all these mainstream media. But I have talked for way too long, so basically my conclusion is thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye.